everyone, I am Charlotta and welcome to my channel. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm an artist and writer on the theme of self-portraits, and I teach here on YouTube art mirror classes which are dedicated to different experiences within societies. Yes, I hope everyone's having a swell day, and let me just get on with this class. Thank you.
Good morning. Did you know if you stop drinking coffee in your morning routine and you replace it with a healthy tea, you can get rid of the only little joy that you have left in this life? Okay, who's heard that one before? It's a pretty popular video circulating. Maybe you haven't seen the video that I just did the voice over for, but can you relate? And if you can relate, how many other people do you think can relate? Like, statistically wise, in the world? How many people rely on their coffee or something some days just to get through a day? Or have you had the thought when you look at your pet and you're like, oh, I wish I was a dog? Society, the aggregate of people living together in a more or less ordered community. A society is a group of individuals involved in persistent social interaction or a large social group sharing the same spatial or social territory, typically subject to the same political authority and dominant cultural expectations. And culture is created through consistent and authentic behaviors. So I guess I am continuing on from last week's video, the shark mindset, in which the arena of capitalism. This is what our society has been saying, and this is what it's got. The capitalist market is ravenous, bottomless. We've seen that. I believe we can all attest, excluding the Aboriginals, Indigenous, Natives, we can attest. And what does the jester have to say about all of this? The jester, who is symbolic of common sense and of honesty in literature. The court jester is a character used for insight and advice on the part of the monarch, taking advantage of his license to mock and speak freely to dispense frank observations and highlight the folly of his monarch. Well, I think the jester would say, be wary of the naked man offering you a shirt, which is actually an African proverb. And who's the naked man? We're the naked man. We are society. We're the one creating this culture. The jesters still exist. I mean, they weren't actually employed since the 1700s, apparently last, but they definitely exist, for sure in fashion and how that's evolving. But no, they're like the guy with the sign. That's completely original, was original for social media, even mischievous, like the jester. The jester archetype attributes are that the jester appreciates beauty, change, surprise, and wicked intellect, known for exuberant antics. They transcend tradition, convention, and societal norms.
And now we're all capable of being the jester. We're connected worldwide, digitally. We're able to look into all of each other's lifestyles, cultures. Right? No, not right. The only time that everyone is a jester is when they're watching a movie. Like in Karate Kid, when the teacher, the old man, once gives the naughty guy a chance. Yeah, we're all rooting for him, but we don't root for each other when someone is headed down the wrong path.
I'm not having a rant. I just think that the world and business can be more romantic. All I ask is that we be as resourceful as nature. I'm no ecologist, but our planet and universe are absolute geniuses. I mean, really, nature, if you zoom in, like really zoom in, and you see this bug taking care of these plants and these like fungus taking care of this water, and it's so romantic. And if you zoom so out, if you like, that's just beautiful. That's the anti-shark mindset right there. And maybe that's why it's called the circle of life and not the pyramid of life. I will elaborate. So, us humans love to talk about how we're on top of the food chain, the top of the pyramid. But maybe it should be the other way around. Maybe our importance should be at the bottom of the pyramid. And then we can add to the algorithm, we can add to circle of lives, philosophies, yeah? And then what would happen then? I think it might work. I'm telling you, it might work. It's gonna turn into love, a heart. Okay guys, so I'm going to wind off for today's video. I did want to leave it at when I was speaking about the Blue Heart Pyramid. It's not relating to the vegan movement, whether you're pro or against. I think that's personal. However, I was more referring to the idea that it's a philosophy as our human nature and what we're capable of, and we can slowly let go of some of our egotistical tendencies. There's so much richness within us, and so much to do on the planet that you wouldn't be able to do it all. And yeah.